Good morning, you guys. It is December 27th. We got Jesus calling. I'm preparing you for what is on the road ahead. Let's see what Jesus wants to talk to us about today. We guys are having an amazing morning. Let's make it even better. I'm preparing you for what is on the road ahead. Just around the bend. Ooh, God's rapping. He's rhyming. Take time to be still in my presence so that I can strengthen you. The busier you become, the more you need this time apart with me. So many people think that the time spent with me is a luxury they cannot afford. As a result, they live and work in their own strength until this becomes depleted. Then they either cry out to me for help or turn away in bitterness. Guys, this happens a lot of the time. We often like to distance ourselves from God and then blame him when we're far away. That happens so much. We always are consuming ourselves with work or relationships and things that are not directly God, right? And then we get further and further away. We stray further away from him the more successful we become. And then we kind of lose that relationship, that aspect of our life, and then we get confused. We wonder why we're not close to God. We wonder why we don't feel like we're being blessed. We wonder why things are going back downhill. It's because we have ultimately left, right? We have distanced ourselves, and then we look back, and then we're gonna get angry. We're gonna get selfish, and we're gonna get upset at why we feel like Jesus is far away when we did it to ourselves, right? Most of the time we would blame him, right? Then they either cry out to me for help or turn away in bitterness, right? And if we look back and we're like, why are we further away from God? We can either get bitter or we can come back to him. How much better is it to walk close to me, depending on my strength and trusting me in every situation? If you live in this way, you will do less, but accomplish far more. Let's read that again. How much better is it to walk close to me, depending on my strength and trusting me in every situation? If you live in this way, you will do less than accomplish far more. Guys, it just sounds like a win-win to me. You give up just some of your day-to-day life, some time to develop a relationship with God, and then you have easier work life, easier relationship life, easier flow, right? You don't have to have as much anxiety, as much pressures on you, because you're able to give some of that up to God, right? And a lot of people, it's hard for us to do that because we do want to just handle everything ourselves, and we don't want to give up our power to someone else. But that's what God's asking. He's asking you to make that take that chance to give up your power, to relinquish some of that hold, some of that grip you have on your life. It's like God's trying to, like, we're asking God to take something from us. God, like God help us, God help us. And it's like say it's a piece of paper in our hand, and we're like, God help us, please take this from us. And he goes to take it from us, and then we cling on to it. And so he's trying to pull it, and it's just like tighter and tighter, and we're holding on to it, and we won't let him take it away. He's like, give it to me, and then it finally rips, right? It rips, and then we're gonna blame God for that, even though we were the ones holding on. Your unhurried pace of living will stand out in this rush crazed age. Some people may deem you lazy, but many more will be blessed by your peacefulness. Walk in the light with me, and you'll reflect me to the watching world. So God's saying that the way the world wants you to live is not the proper way of living, right? And the proper way of living is living in God, is living in peace, is living in his love and in his rest, right? Is taking that time to live a beautiful life, to not always just give up your own time for monetary value. And the world's going to call you lazy. The world's going to say that you're doing it wrong. But God's saying that the sense of peacefulness that you'll have it'll make it all go away. It'll make it like there is like the world just doesn't matter. Their opinion doesn't matter, because it doesn't. Walk in the light with me, and you'll reflect me to the watching world. Walk with God, and then you'll reflect God. Guys, if you're living a godly life, people cannot help but notice that. Notice how you live. Notice how amazing your life is, right? And want to follow that, want to emulate that. And that's a really easy way to spread God and spread his joy and spread his love. Let's see where this comes from. Isaiah 64:4. Since ancient times, no one has heard, no ear has perceived, no eyes has seen any God besides you, who aits on behalf of those who wait for him. John 15:5. I am the vine, you are the branches. If a man remains in me and I in him, he will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. And then Psalm 36:9. For with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. That is December 27th. Guys, I hope you guys learned something. With that, I will say amen.